This morning we're gonna do some tillage, but we kind of have a weird storm cell moving in. Well, it's supposed to rain till like Sunday. This is Friday. Now we got a chance of showers all weekend. But I learned a long time ago that when it's supposed to rain, it usually doesn't. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on like it ain't supposed to rain. Yesterday I got some stuff in the mail. We got some camera stuff to play around with in the cab today. Go through this, and then we'll hop in and skedaddle. We got the home builders back there. They are squaring up everything, making sure the walls are good. Starting, preparing to start on trusses, but I think they got to do the garage walls first. I'm pretty sure the garage just got delivered, like the lumber for it. There we go. I'm gonna try something a little different. So I have notoriously bad luck with GoPros. Every one I've ever had, including my 10 and 11, have at some point let me down. With this house and shop project going on, these are pretty big events and for us, like for Brown Farms, and I don't want these cameras to fail in a time lapse. Now so far the 11 on the house, it has not screwed up for a while. In fact, I don't think we've missed much. And what we have missed, I'm pretty sure it's just been because the battery died. But my 10, which is my other action camera, it is terrible. It screws up more than it doesn't. So we're going to take some of this stuff with us, work on setting this camera up while we're tilling. Should have enough fuel. We are going to go work those tile lines. That's the plan. So we got a couple minute drive down the road if we were in a car.
The entire
couple miles. So the builders, I don't know what their plan is today. They did just drop off a couple more lifts. So something serious is about to happen because they have 1, 2, 3, 4 lifts / telehandlers. 2 of them are just lifts and 2 of them are telehandlers. So I think they're ready to set some stuff when they come back. The house builders, those guys are ticking right away. So a lot of stuff happening again today. Well, that sucks. So for some reason I cannot get the accelerator to unfold. Doesn't do anything. Push the button, the cylinder, it starts extending maybe an inch, and then it stops, and nothing else happens. Everything's plugged in. We have juice. I don't know. Something is not right. See what we got going on here. I think BJ had issues with this before, that there was a sensor or something. Very, very frustrating because it's trying to rain. I'd really like to be moving. Very frustrating. This be it. There's a hydraulic lockout over here. I never touched it when we drove over here, but we'll switch that and see what happens. Should be closing flow, but we'll check it. Well, that definitely locked us out. So it wasn't that. Back to the drawing board. So I just unhooked all the hydraulic connections. See if that helped any. It's starting to get pretty frustrating. Might have found the culprit. Sap. And now those 2 wires are just kind of touching each other, and we still don't have anything. So now we have switched remotes, and we will see if that makes a difference. Nope. Nothing. Well, this is just peachy. Super fantastic. So we have an electrical problem. I think that's the culprit. We got a busted connector, or a short. We need to go get some crimps. Oh good, Dad's going to come over here and tell us how wrong we are. Hey, we effed around and now we're about to find out.
The toolbox you don't touch haven't touched in 5 years, so I gotta remember where everything's at.
All right, now get the lighter fluid.
Yeah, that's good.
A couple buckets of gasoline and a 12 pack, and we'll just have a cookout. Electrical tape.
pretty good set of hydraulics.
Is this out of your truck or mine?
That is mine.
Oh, so I have one of those
I need
too.
to roll that up, actually. I had to get a punch out of it yesterday or the day before when I was running up here. So I've been thinking about shop setup in the new building.
Yep.
I don't even want a toolbox.
Just gonna pull your truck in?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, you do that. I'm gonna have a toolbox.
I mean, there have to be a cabinet for stuff that you just don't keep in your truck, right? But
yeah, but I'm still gonna have like one of those full of hand tools.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I need. I don't need some big apparatus.
Brian's Farm Videos channel is gonna buy you and Brad Snap-on boxes, so
Fine. I'm not taking out a second mortgage with the Snap-on.
we're not buying Snap-on boxes. Now, if Snap-on would like to sponsor a couple toolboxes, we'll gladly accept them.
We also got this area at Matco.
Yeah. In all honesty, we're probably looking at more like an Icon box at best. Harbor Freight. Yeah, Harbor Freight specials.
Yeah. Hopefully Hughes has my tool bed done here in the next week.
When did you get your tool bed? You heard
Supposed to go to paint last week, so hopefully soon. Be about perfect if she called Monday and said it's ready for your truck, because rain this weekend, right?
Yep. Fertilizer's taking hold. Your ear hair's getting longer.
Let's see my nose hair.
I'll go get the hot dogs.
Yeah.
We still ain't got anything. This is ridiculous. This is a tillage tool. You're not supposed to have electrical issues with tillage tools. Good news, it's working. So that wire that we put back together was definitely busted, and then it still wouldn't work well. Somewhere in the middle of changing hydraulic connections, we had bumped the trailer connector, or the electric connector for the implement, basically the trailer lights. So plug that back in, and we should. You gotta be kidding me. Oh. So that connection is very touchy because it came unplugged or wiggled loose a little bit before I got back in the cab. So once I ever touched it, and now we're unfolded. I gotta adjust my hydraulic pressures. We're a bit high. Yep, that should do. That's a relief. Glad we got it fixed for now. So my method of madness, I'm going to try to work down the ends a couple times before we start doing the laterals, because we're going to be turning on these ends. I'm going to try to fill them up a little bit. But this is the field that we tiled. For the most part, we got them kind of squished down a little bit with the big duals on the 9410, but some of them are still pretty rough. So right now, we are going pretty slow. We're going with the tile lines, 6 miles an hour. It's bumpy. So my plan is to go down each tile line, and then after that, we will just till the whole field, but we will keep going straight with the tile lines. Right now we are skipping. I've got my GPS pattern set to 40 feet. After we do this, we will set the pattern back to 30 feet, which is the implement width, till the whole field, and that'll give each run a couple passovers, and it should be good. We'll probably have to do it again later, but after we get a rain, some of this ground settles, that should help quite a bit. That's the plan. That's how we're doing it. Now there are things that are purposely designed to close tile lines, like gigantic rototillers is kind of what I would describe them as. We don't have one of those. We have our accelerator, so that's what we're using. Not purposely designed for this, but it's doing a pretty good job, I think. I mean, this is not bad at all. Oh, buddy, new camera. We're recording. New camera goofing. So it's just been sprinkling off and on, but this is the hardest it's sprinkled today. I really want to at least go over these tile lines one time. That way if it does set in raining, it'll really help settle them out. So we're going to keep on going for now. Now if it starts getting real tacky and sticking to the tires, wheels, and blades, we'll have to quit. But we only have 3 more tile lines left, and that'll be all the tile lines. Now my original plan after we did these last 3 tile lines was to do this whole field instead of skipping the ground in between the tile lines, and it would basically give the tile lines a second pass also, and then chop these all up as well. But we might not be able to get that tonight. I don't know. So I don't know what you guys like to snack on, but one thing I forget to mention is every day when I make my lunch, I also have a bag of Wag Bites in there that I eat around 3 o'clock. Well, it's a little after 3. This is probably one of my favorite tractor snacks. like the jalapeno and, what is it, like cranberry, I think it is. That's definitely my favorite. The originals are pretty good too. There is a link in the description if you guys would like to try some Wag Bites. There's a little discount code for you there. Also, they are now available in Love's truck stops across the country. So if you got a Love's truck stop close and you want to check out a WagBar, they should be there around the beef jerky, I would think. Well, unless they're sold out. So we've ran over that tile field all day. It's about as good as it's going to get for now. I was really hoping to get more done down here. I was hoping to finish down here, but we're almost out of fuel, so I'm going to run a little bit longer. So we're on this 30-acre field here. We are going to shallow up. By shallowing up, we're able to pull this thing pretty much as fast as I want. Before, I was really struggling to get much over 8. Now I'm basing it on how level we're pulling it, really. If I've got the bar bouncing, I'm not going to pull it that fast. I want to keep that bar level. But 9.5 mile an hour, we seem to be pulling pretty good. I wonder if we can go through it. Maybe we best better go around. It's pole dancing, ag style, dancing around the pole. Well, I was just going to do that 36-acre field, but I got done with it. It was only 11 o'clock. So, well, I can probably finish over here by midnight, and we'll have to come back here. So that's what we're going to do. This field's in good shape. Might as well do it now. Unless we run out of fuel. Nick, my fuel light comes on at any minute. Uh-oh. Oh, don't rain on me now. We're almost done. We're almost done. Quit it. So I'm not sure how good you guys can hear it coming through this microphone, but there's definitely a bearing out back there. It's squeaking pretty good when it rains tonight. We'll probably have to readdress this before we use this thing again. I know which gang it is. It's got a lot of grit to it. It's not really turning as free as the other ones, but it's still spinning, not dragging, so that's good, but definitely gonna need a new bearing. All right, we're done. I'll take this thing back to the barn. We got about a 5-mile drive. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel, because we're getting close. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you would, do us a favor and thumbs up the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one.